Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 4, I think it is, of my minimalism series. Lots of different noises going around the house, but I'm having to film this now. And the reason is, that's just my boiler. The reason is, since I last spoke to you, I've actually found a house I want to buy. So I put the offer in. The offer was accepted a couple of weeks ago, and we're not quite at the point where I'm packing to move, partially because I don't want to jinx it by packing all the stuff up and then something happens and then it falls through. But also I just don't think we're far enough down the line yet with that. We've got to get a survey done on the house. Once the survey is done, then I think I'll start my packing. But before I need to do my packing, I need to decide what I'm actually taking with me to this house. And one of the best times to declutter is before you move. The last thing I want to do is pack up stuff, pay to move it to another house just to throw it out. So before we go on, I'm not going to be able to declutter this entire house and record it by the time I move. I'm going to try and do as much as I can because I'm enjoying this series, but there's so many little drawers and cupboards and things, I'm just not going to get a chance to do it. So there might be certain stuff that I either kind of vlog style, so I don't have to have lights, microphones, cameras and things, or I'll just kind of get rid of them and let you guys know what I got rid of. When I move to the new house, a lot of the stuff will be decorating and trying to decorate on the cheap, finding out new systems of organisation that work for me. So we'll get to the decluttering. This big beast is my hallway cupboard, and I have done a video about this. I can't remember what it was about. I think it was just changing what's in here and getting rid of stuff and organising it. If I did do a video that I think I did, I'll link it there, but it must have been so long ago. Anyway, the bottom drawer is my boyfriend's football trophies, which he's been dying to get up, so I said I'd get them out and display them for him because they've literally been sat in the drawer for 10 years now. In here is a lot of my ASMR paraphernalia, boxes that I keep and just other stuff. And up there is, God, what's up there? Dressing up clothes. Just things that I haven't touched for a while, things that I kind of need to get a look at and go through and get rid of. I'm going to try and do this video as quickly as possible because this could take me 2 hours in real life. So I may have to keep just going through it without you guys watching because I don't want this to be a 2 hour long video. So first things first, I'm going to go up there. So, oh God, it's dust central. I might have to take an antihistamine. My camera box. I have a terrible habit of keeping boxes for things, especially if they were expensive. My camera box is no different. I have stuff in here, manuals. I'm going to transfer the manuals to somewhere, I think my warranties folder, and get rid of this because there's no need for it. My Yeti. Now, I originally, oh my goodness, I don't know if you can see that, there is cobwebs hanging off it. My blue Yeti, I kept this microphone box because originally I used to put my microphone away all the time. I'd get it out, use it, and then put it away for safekeeping. But I don't put it away anymore, it's constantly out. Now there is a few things in here, like the stand, because I don't use the stand and it feels quite heavy, so I'm going to check what else is in there. If keeping the box is just going to be the same as keeping the stuff in there, then I'll just hang on to this. What I don't want is that huge, you won't be able to see, that huge stand just lying around. I'd rather it be in a square box and be able to be slotted neatly somewhere. So I'm going to have a look inside, and if that takes up the majority of this box, I may as well just keep the box and keep everything together neatly. Oh my goodness, it's so dusty. Midnight Messenger costumes, Halloween costumes, gonna keep them. I do use them every Halloween. I do try and go something different, but then there's parties that come around and I want to just quickly get something together, so they're always perfect to keep. Oh God, I'm ashamed at how much dust there is up here. Memory box. This is the size of my memory box. There's not a great deal in it, but this is obviously stuff I've specially collected whenever I do have something that I do want to keep, which isn't that often these days. I will get this down, put something in and then put it back up. Obviously you can see I haven't been in it a while, but this is literally every single sentimental item I own in this little shoebox. I'm now having to dust everything because it's so dusty. What's in here? I think this might be in my boyfriend's box. Yes, this is the memory box that, it's not my boyfriend's, it's the one I put together for him. He doesn't really have one. It's just I decided to put all of his sentimental stuff together, so we've got it in a box. The only other things up here are 2 tennis rackets, which I do have the balls in here. I'm going to move them up now. We don't play tennis very often, but it is handy having the rackets here. This again is a Halloween costume. It's a huge dress that I made, so I've just kept that in there. And this is my Halloween stuff. I did go through this not so long ago on a video actually. I'm not going to go through it again now. What I'm going to do is wait until Halloween rolls around, which is in, I mean, it'll be less time by the time you watch this, but it's only like a couple of months away. So I'm going to wait until Halloween comes around again before I actually go in there, see what I use, what I haven't used, I'm going to get rid of. So I put back everything that I'm going to keep. Really all I've got rid of is the camera box and the Yeti box that I'm going to have a look at in a little bit. Now in here. You'll have to bear with me on the filming angles because I'm in a very, very small space. I've got a wall there, a light there, and just the camera here. There's hardly any room to move about. Where do I start with this? Right. I'm going to keep this. This is the stuff that you line drawers with. The reason I'm going to keep this is because I know that when I'm in my next house, I'm going to want this. I'm going to want something to line because I've got more cupboards in my new house, or what will be my new house. I've got more cupboards and I want to use this. At the minute I don't need it, but I'm actually going to put it downstairs in the kitchen so that when I move house it's in the kitchen box and I'll know I've got it. Wallpaper samples. I got these wallpaper samples a while back when I updated my canvas. I had a plan to use some cloud wallpaper for my ASMR videos. I haven't used it, obviously it's still in here. And to be honest, I'm too busy to even think about using this, so I'm just going to throw this away. Now, these are a bit odd because I don't really use them, but I know I will use them. These are the stands to my green screen. Currently, I have my green screen mounted on the rail that actually hooks onto the wall, which is brilliant. But when I get into the new house, things might be a bit jumbled up. I might not be able to get them screwed in where I want them. So I'm going to need these. Plus, these are kind of, they are the green screen, they're part of the green screen. Although I don't use them very often. When I move into the new house, my setup's going to be completely different. So definitely going to hold on to these. Something that's not used very often but still is used is my tripod, and this is used for my little camera. My big one has a huge tripod that it's on because it's just too heavy for this, and this one would topple over. This is a black backdrop that just came with my green screen. However, you can't iron it. It's very crumpled. I've never used it and I now have a proper black cloth. So again, get rid of that. What else have I got? Oh. I've got these things. Now I have used these and I did a video with these. They connect like so, and you can separate your drawers into, you know, so little socks and things get put in. Just section your drawers out really. I haven't used them and I don't think I will use them. I'm not going to throw them away. I'm going to give them away. I'll put them on free cycle if somebody needs them. And then hopefully somebody else can make use of them. If I can get up here. Tie backs to curtains. The tie backs to these particular curtains are in my spare bedroom. They're not particularly fancy curtains and I'm never going to use the tie backs. They're going in the bin. This box, there is another box identical to this. This is for the bulbs of my lights that I'm using at the minute. The reason I keep these is in case I need to transport my lights anywhere. Obviously I am going to be soon, so I am going to keep these. But every now and then I go and film at my mum's house for some reason, and I don't just take the light, I dismantle it all. So these are just protective boxes for when I need to move them. So I'm going to be keeping those. These are covered in dust. They're little pots that I got. Again, I'm going to keep these because I've got a bigger kitchen. Right now I've perfected where everything is going to go in the new house. I've got more space, which is brilliant, so I might be able to spread things out a little bit more rather than packing stuff in. So I'm going to keep those pots. I know what you're thinking. Don't worry, I know what you're thinking. A box. This is going to go with my Christmas wrapping. And I'm going to use it as a gift box this Christmas. I can't remember, I think I had something in this in my bedroom and then I transferred it over because it was too big for this, and then I just put it up here and I've forgotten about it basically. So at Christmas I'm going to use this as a gift. How many people have this in their house? Not mine to get rid of. What I am going to do though, he's going to want to keep it. I am going to flatten this down. There's no point keeping it as a big box. I'm going to flatten it down so we can keep it and it can just lay at the bottom of a cupboard. The reason that we're not going to get rid of it is because when we had to send, I think it was a PlayStation away, we sent it back in the original box because it just fitted in perfectly. PlayStation broke and we had to send it back for repair, so it does come in handy to have that. The only other thing up here is this. This is, what's in here? The vast majority of the stuff in here are photographs. I haven't really managed to get photograph storage nailed down. I do have some proper photo cases downstairs and albums and things, and I have been collecting a lot of photo frames over the years, but I've just never got around to doing it. Hopefully in the new house, when I can decorate properly and how I want, then I will go in this box and have a good look. But there's nothing in this box that I'm going to be getting rid of. There are a few files, like stationery files. I did have a box of stationery. I got rid of it years ago. I gave it to a school. There were pens and pencils and crepe paper and things. And the only other little bits of stationery I kept because I knew I'd use is in there. And I know I'd use them because I just used one the other day to create a mortgage binder. It will be nice when I can actually get the photographs out there and use them. I bought this, and to be fair, it's been brilliant, but it's just an extra thing. I don't actually need this extra space. It's just because it's so handy. This is my little pink picnic blanket. I can't talk. I couldn't even say can't there. I don't know what it is. I'm so tongue-tied today. So I've got my little picnic blanket there. That will be moving in the new house to somewhere more suitable, like the garage where there's deck chairs and things. At the minute I keep it in here. I'm actually going to take that off and put that somewhere else because I really don't need that in there. I'm actually going to put the picnic blanket up there next to the tennis rackets. I've got this Case Logic case, and you might remember this from the drawer organising video that I did a while ago, the drawers downstairs in my living room. And I said I would put this up here and I'd get use out of it. But I forgot I had this, and it's because I've had it in the wrong place. I would use this for travelling. Whenever I travel, I like to compartmentalise things. So I have my hand luggage, and everything in my hand luggage has its own little bag. So when I have to take my fluids and things out, they're in their own bag. My notepaper and pen, they've got their own little section. So I'm actually going to move this into my suitcase, so all of the stuff that I use in my hand luggage lives in my hand luggage, so that when I open it, it's all there ready. And this would have actually been perfect when I went on holiday recently. I could have kept all my cables and things in here, so I'm going to move this, but I'm still going to use it. Hung up there is my Canon case. Use this all the time. When I went on holiday, I used this. Whenever I'm taking my camera out somewhere, I'll always take this, but when it's in the house, I don't need it and I just leave it up there. This, I'm going to keep that. That's for a project that I haven't started, guys. I've been meaning to make a type of light, a circle light, and I've got all of the stuff to make it. I just haven't made it yet. And I'm sure you can all agree that we've all got a project somewhere in the house that we haven't started. And right now is not the right time to start it. So I'm going to keep hold of it. And hopefully when I move, I might have time to start it. If I haven't, you can all ask me. If I haven't started it, I'll get rid of it. But I'm going to keep it because it is a project I'm going to do, I promise. The only other things in here is a bag of handles, and the handles are from these drawers. I also have a metal shelving unit. It's an IKEA one. I did change it when I did this whole cupboard out. I vaguely remember doing it now, that video. I moved it there. I have got plans for it for the new house. I'm going to put it in my garage and use it as like a cold pantry. So I do have plans and I'm glad I kept it. But all of the bits are in there. So they just live there. Towels and washcloths, and I've dyed them. I put it in with my onesie, which was blue, and I managed to dye it. I am far from a domestic goddess. Other side, pill noodle. I bought this on holiday and I've decided to keep it because I love it. When I go swimming, if I don't take a floaty or the swimming baths don't loan floaties out, which a lot of them don't, my shoulder gets very sore and I need something where I can just hold my arms and use my legs to kick. And this, I bought this for €3 on holiday. This is perfect. So it means I can still continue to swim, get exercise, but I'm not pushing my shoulder. We've got surprises. Oh, what's all this? So what do we have? We have a non-stick rug grip. Yeah, I think it is. Basically, it goes onto the floor and then they've got little nodules. They go into the rug and it stops it slipping on laminate floors. I thought I'd use this for inside of drawers, but it doesn't work the same. It slides all over and gets messy. That's going in the bin or maybe free cycle. What's in here? I think I know what is in here actually. And it kills me to give this away, but I'm not going to use this. And there's two. What's this one? Oh. I forgot how beautiful they were. I was given these as gifts for leaving my last job and I've never put them up. And the reason I've never put them up is because I'm not the type of person to put this up. These posters are far too large for the style that I like. Maybe if it was like an artistic pencil drawing that would fit in a small photo frame, I would put them up, but these are no different from what I used to put up on my walls when I was like 14, and I like take that. And I just, although I love the labyrinth, I'm not going to put them up in my house, and I don't think there's any point keeping them. I'm going to put them on eBay though, because I know somebody is going to love these. I love them, but it's a shame that they're just living in my cupboard and not getting any use. So yeah, I'm going to put them up for sale. So what we have here are 2 pieces of artwork from Egypt, and we went there about 9 years ago. Let's see if I can, oh, the way around. They're not really something I would put up on the walls. They're a bit too dark, not kind of my style or his style, to be honest. We just bought them because they were really cool. So what I'm going to do is put them in the sentimental keepsake box, because we bought them because we loved that they were handmade, and we got them when we were there and we saw them being made, as opposed to putting them up on the wall. So I'm still going to keep these, but somewhere where we'll see them more often now. A roll of lining paper. I guess I kept this in case I needed to reline a wall. There's no point keeping this. The lining paper that I'll probably be getting for my new house is probably going to be a different shade, different texture. This is probably aged. This is about 10-year-old now. What I'm going to do is give it to my friend who's got a 3-year-old who is probably going to be able to use it for artwork. You roll some, you draw on it, you tear it off. So that's going to be useful for her. So I'm going to pass it on to her. And that's everything from the middle section. Now I'm going to do the drawers. Now the drawers are, how do I phrase this? These are things that I make ASMR videos with. So you're going to look in these drawers and think, wow, you have a lot of crap. You're right, I do. But they're for ASMR videos, so just bear that in mind. I don't usually keep bags of crinkly paper or things like that. These are all props. However, there's too many props. I've kept props for years, never used them, and there's just no point anymore. And I'm looking at them thinking, oh, but I'll use that, and I haven't. So this point right now is where I have to be ruthless and just be like, if I am going to make a video with that in the future, and I really want to, I can get it again in the future. I don't need to hold on to it now. Okay? So stick with me on this journey, people. So the first thing is my black cloth. This is used as a backdrop for certain videos. It's all washed and neat and ironed. Again, this is another one. This is actually an old curtain, but it's just a light backdrop and it's got a bit of texture on it. It's just an old curtain, but it's brilliant for soaking up the sound in the room. Oh goodness, where do I start? Art stuff. I regularly use this for videos that are called Art with Angel. So I'll be keeping, where do I store these now? I'll be keeping these because I use them. So my charcoals, pens and pencils. That is the artwork. That's, I'm just an awesome artist. Like I said, it's ASMR, so I'm not actually meant to be a good artist. What's in here? Oh, these are pencils, aren't they? What I'm going to do is put these in here. Get rid of that. Colouring pencils. I'm actually going to, is there even room? Even if I can thin down this drawer, that would be better. Just thin it down with the amount of stuff that's in here. That would be ideal. So they are now in there. I can get rid of that. This is a professional finisher. My boyfriend does do art, hence the reason we have like proper charcoals and things. So I'm going to keep this because this seals the artwork basically, so it doesn't smudge or anything. We have, what do we have? We have some booklets that I thought I was going to make something with. I'm not. So I'll put my Art with Angel stuff back in. That's one side cleared out. You know, because it sounds really nice. this is the other part to my project, my lights. I'm going to make a nice circle light, so I'm going to keep that. A big book, again, recycle. A bag of crinkly, nice things. There's just so many. See, all the people who watch my ASMR will understand about this. But why I've got it is beyond me, because I just haven't used it. It's just sat there. My Ishihara plates I'm going to keep because they're for a role play in the future. They can go in the bin, that can go in the bin. See, nothing here I can use kind of just on its own. No, all these are going to go in the bin. I know what you're thinking, ASMR peeps, don't do it, Charlotte, but I've got them once, I can get them again. That is going to go in my wrapping because that's just white tissue paper. Put that in there. This is all going to go recycling / bin. Things I forgot I had, papers for origami. I forgot I actually had those, so I'm going to keep those and make a video with them very soon. These go with some other things that I've got. I'm actually going to use these as a giveaway. They're cool, like wall things. They're Super Mario, what are they called? Hammer beads. So there's some Super Mario hammer beads that I've been waiting to use as a giveaway. So I am going to be giving those away to somebody to maybe put on their bedroom wall. An easy fold, that is to fold paper. I'm going to put that downstairs because I'm always looking for something like that. A dentist set that I bought a while ago. I'm going to keep this because I am planning a dentist video. A mitt, a scrub mitt. That is brilliant for videos. I'm actually going to keep this because, believe it or not, this has been used in a lot of videos and it's brilliant for sound, so I'm going to keep that. And that's a lot gone from there actually. I'm going to put them back in, put those in. I'll probably kind of go in and rejig these in a bit. So, a book of types of paper. Yeah, you know, I see these things and I think, yeah, I could make a video with that, and I put them away and I forget about them. So that's gonna go. Let me just have a quick go through rather than do it item by item and then show you what I've actually got rid of. So I've had a good rifle through and I'm getting rid of this bag, which has got like little bottles in, props, doctor props, hamster bedding, just random bits of rubbish. As well as that, I am going to rifle out what can be recycled after this video. What's going on free cycle is these little, they're like little magnets. You can just put them on the fridge or you can stick them on kids' walls, so they're butterflies. I've got these little bottles, which to me are rubbish, but I know someone out there would probably want to fill these with some bath salts or different colour water or, you know, bath cream or something, and have them displayed in the bathroom. And the other thing is water marbles. Now I've actually kept a couple of packets because I know I will use them, but my boyfriend bought me some water marbles for my birthday one year because I really wanted some, and he bought me like 12 packets. And obviously I've not used them, so I'm going to give them to someone. They're probably going to have a wedding coming up and need some water marbles to put into nice vases, so I've thinned that drawer out quite a lot. So this is how the drawer looks now. I've got a full box that's empty and there's a lot less stuff in there. Now for the bottom drawer. Ah, bottom drawer. This can go. I wore these recently for a fancy dress party. I went as Kelly Kapowski, so I bought like a little cropped top, a pair of jeans which are way too big for me, and I bought some suspenders with them. I don't know why I've kept them. I'm never going to wear them again. Daisy Flowers costume, absolutely have to keep. So I'm actually going to put that in there. I've got some wool actually. Someone made me a pair of socks, a very nice pair of socks, and she sent me some wool, so I've been keeping it in there. But now I'm crocheting. I'm actually going to put this with my crochet wool pile. Again in here, I've got stupid bottles that I've been keeping. These can go. I've got a teapot, but I use that for my Biscuit of Britain. That is actually used as just a room spray. It's a very old bottle of perfume my grandparents bought me. It's not something I'd wear, but it's nice enough to smell, to spray in the room to make it smell nice. There is the other box I was talking about for my light bulbs. So where was the other one? I have some crystal perfume bottles here. I'm probably just going to put those on eBay. I don't intend on using them ever, so they can go. A basket I don't need. I'm just going to put this under that one. Now I have a little box that I use to compartmentalise things, and I'm not going to keep this. I don't think I'm going to need it. So that can go the journey. Neaten this out a bit. That's a tray that I use for the videos. And now I don't use this teapot. I only use one teapot. So that can go to a charity shop, which is actually where I bought it from originally. This teapot can go back in there. My cups, use all of those. Just pop that back in. And then that is that drawer cleared out. Nothing else to go in there, nothing else to come from there. So I'm done. I'm done, everything's back in. I've got a polystyrene head with a wig on. I bought a couple of these a while ago just to hold my wigs. I thought it would be like kind of cute to have a little head with a wig on, and it's just a huge chunk of polystyrene taking up room for something that can be made super small. So I've no need for these. So again, these are going to go on free cycle, and I'm sure someone out there thinks I need a polystyrene head. They can have it. So I'm going to put this in my dressing up box up there. I'm pretty pleased with how much stuff I've got rid of. I did have a look in the Xbox box. There was a cardboard box that I took out, but when I flattened the box down, it's actually too... Sorry, my SD card ran out, which means this is a big video. I tried to flatten the Xbox box down, but when I did, it actually came out past here, and I didn't want to start folding it and destroying it. So what I've put is inside is the Yeti box. I took out everything, and there were so many little bits. The stand was so big, the box didn't actually take up that much extra room, and it protected everything that I needed in there. So I've put that and the two boxes, my bulbs. So although I've got a full box up there, I'm actually filling it with something I'm needing to keep. So everything is up here. I've managed to put a few extra things in. I've put a little lamp in these drawers. I've put a couple of little things that were in a shelving unit over there. Again, they were props that I was planning on using very soon. That's why they were in the other room, but they're just gathering dust. And at the minute, I'm just so strapped for time, I don't know if I'll actually get it used. So I'll give you a quick look at what I've done. I'm actually going to get rid of a pair of those. Nobody needs two pairs, especially when I don't use them that often. Actually, I never use them. I'm going to throw them both out. So yeah, get rid of my wig, and that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to go on over to my blog post, there'll be pictures of everything I got rid of and all of the space I've got left in here. I'm going to do a quick little overview for you so you can see how much space I've got now and how everything's been moved around a bit. and let me know how you're getting along with your minimalism journey. A lot of people got in touch with me in my last couple of videos saying that it's really helped. They watch these videos when they're actually getting rid of some stuff, and I got some comments from people to say that they find minimalism very stark and white, and that's not. If you Google minimalism, that's what comes up. Stark white walls, very little furniture. But I think it's like anything, you take what you want from it. And for me, minimalising my life has nothing to do with plain white walls. It has got things to do with everything having a home, not having stuff that I don't need and I don't use. There's been things in here yet for years that I thought I'll use, and I had every best intention to use these props for videos, and I never used them. And if I'm going to be honest with myself, the likelihood is I never was going to use them. I just had the intention to do it. But because I've had them for so long and I know that I definitely wasn't going to use them, then there's no harm in getting rid of them. I've got no attachment to them. I can just chuck them out. And if I do want to make a crinkly paper video for my ASMR channel in the future, then I'll just go out and get some more crinkly papers. At least the stuff isn't in here taking up room, and at least I'm not going to have to move it to my new house. So yeah, personally, maybe this is more of a decluttering, kind of organising my life video as opposed to minimalising it. But I think minimalism is a great word to describe what kind of journey I'm on. It is to have a life with less stuff to manage, with less things, fewer things in the house. And it kind of does ring true. The cleaner your surfaces are and the less stuff you've got, the cleaner your mind is. I know when I'm downstairs editing on my desk, if there's just papers and dirty plates and things everywhere, I can't concentrate. I have to wash the dishes and I have to clean the surfaces before I can actually sit down and focus properly. So yeah, let me know how you're getting on with your journey, and I will see you on the next video. See you later.